People, we're back. So I am going to be buying right now a projection screen by the company called Lux. I think it's Lux. The name of this is pretty interesting. So it's LUXINI. All right, first things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens using the ambient light rejection technology gain. We are the makers of our Supreme Ambient Light Rejection 12, the Supreme Exotic Ambient Light Rejection 15, and also to the Advanced Ambient Light Rejection 17. Now, apparently we got an individual who feels that the LUX, screening company called Lux, right? That particular company is supposed to be on the same level as the 12, and as I said before, we explained when we showed you silver paint that silver paint does not basically compare to a 12. 12s can pull a contrast level that silver screens can't do. So I'm actually on the website right now because I was trying to figure out where to track this company down and just found them. So I'm actually buying a 60-inch from them. I'm going to get a 60-inch. I don't need anything bigger than that because I just need it just for testing. So we're getting a 60-inch screen from them right now. This is what I'm purchasing. I'm purchasing the gray edition. I want the gray edition. Can I get the silver edition? Hold on for a minute. I'm going to back out of this. I want a silver edition. I don't want a gray edition. You want silver. Let me go back. I might get two of these. Let me see. Yeah, we're on our website right now, so we're buying it now. I don't want the gray. I'm gonna get the gray and the silver. I'm gonna buy both of them. So we're gonna come back here. I'm gonna go back to their page real quick. What in the world? This is what I understand. When you go to their page, why are they selling this? I thought they're supposed to be selling projection screens, but if you go back, they sell more than just projection screens. They sell a lot of other stuff too. You would think they would just stick to just projection screens. Let me see if I can go back to my shopping cart right here. I want to go back in and I want to get the other screen too also too. So they have it in gray and I want to grab another one. So let me see, catalog. Get the catalog right here. We don't want to look at this. This is what I understand. I'm going to their page right now and it's bringing up watches and all this other stuff. This is not a legit projection screen company. This company sells just about everything. I'm looking for a projection screen. Let me see if we can come out of here all together and see if we can get access to, I'm moving it back because I don't want my personal information popping up. Moving it back to, because I pressed on here, it brings up a bunch of pocketbooks and stuff like that. So what are they selling here? Because I hope I get what I'm paying for. I hope I exactly get what I'm paying for. All right, so we can pay through PayPal to PayPal. If something goes wrong, get my money back. I'm trying to go in to get another screen, so that's what I'm looking to get right now. So they got one called gray. I'm gonna buy their gray. I'm gonna buy a couple of the screens. Matter of fact, I might buy every last one they have on here, and we'll do the demonstrations over here. So they got a 60-inch. This is the a luxury theater projection screen, luxury gray edition. All right. I want the one that basically. I want the silver. That's the one I want. I wonder if they do have a silver. All right, I'm gonna have to back all the way out of this because for some reason I can't get access to, like I can't, if I click on here, what I'm going to get is I'm going to get their other items, and I don't want their other items. I want to go to the page where I had the projection screen here, and I don't understand if you're selling you're selling projection screens, why are you selling, I can see about HDMI cables, why are you selling jewelry and stuff like this on a page that's selling, that's like me selling jewelry on my website. But like I said, it's their business, I really don't care. I just want to get access back so I can get another projection screen from them. I'm looking at that and it says gray, I'm like, I don't want a gray, I actually want a silver. That's what I'm looking for. So let me come over here and let me, oh man, I'm gonna have to come completely out of this page altogether. It's the only way I'm going to do it, to come out of the page altogether. Or I'm just gonna delete my shopping cart. I'll delete my shopping cart and then I'll go back in and I'll just remove it. Can you remove? Yeah, I'm gonna remove this from my shopping cart. Yeah, I'm gonna cancel this. And then hopefully we can come back in and get access to this. I don't understand the website. They're selling so much stuff on their website. Like, this is supposed to be I'm not trying to knock the company, but this is going to be a serious projection screen company. You should have other stuff on here. I mean, I have projection screens on here only. All right, continue shopping here. Continue shopping here. See, look, this is what's popping up. Bags, watches. What in the world? All right, I'm gonna come out here all together. Completely come out of the entire page here. Just delete, remove the product. We got to come out all together. Now something went wrong. We need to come out all together. Yeah, this is gonna be. I don't know. This website's kind of janky. I need to buy it anyway. All right, I'm gonna copy and paste this. I'm showing you what I have to go through in order to go back out because they have other stuff on here that I don't want. I want the projection screen. So I'll go over to back into my account here and I'll bring up their projection screen. Hopefully we can get it from there. Projection screen. All right, now we're going to go to the official site. So this is the official site right here. Make sure we're getting exactly what we're paying for. And see, this is LU. Okay, so this is their shop. This is the exact dealership. So if we go to, this is the official website right here. That's what I understand. That's the official website. So if I click in there to buy the screen, right, all this stuff pops up. I don't want this. So I don't know why they had it there. They must do more than just sell projection screens. All right, so let's go over to here. And this should bring up their shop on the projection screens. All right, now we got the projection screens here. All right, so is there an option here on whether you can get it in silver or gray, or are they all gray? So that's the material right there. And these are the pictures right here I'm looking at right now. So we'll see when we get it over here what it can do. Let's see. And see, this is Photoshop. That's the problem I have with this, is Photoshop. I'm looking at the material right now. So the material only comes in one color. So it doesn't come in a silver. It actually comes in a gray. It's not silver, the screen is actual gray. That's what it is. So we're going to buy, let me see, what do I need? Because I thought when I looked at it, I was like, okay, it's gray. It's not silver, it's actually gray. So which one do we want? We can get a 100-inch screen of it. Do we need a 100-inch screen of this stuff right here? Because we're just using it for basically side by side. We don't. Let me see. I'm going to go with a 92-inch. I might go with just a 60-inch because we don't need anything that big. I thought there would be free shipping. No, I thought there would be silver, but there's not silver. It's gray. I'm going to zoom up for me so you can see this a little bit. So it's gray. It's not silver. I don't know why someone's coming up saying it's a silver screen. It's not a silver screen. It's gray. That's what it is. But we'll see. We'll see when it gets here. We'll see how it goes side by side to a black screen. So let's go over here and let's order from, and keep in mind, I go through this with Elite Screens. I go through this with DMP Supernova. Any company that we'll challenge against, we'll go against with no problem. We're also going to be testing this against the Ultra Nova. This is that high bright silver technology we're working on. We're going to test against this. This will be a perfect example to test on. So let's go get the 60-inch, because right now I'm not even seeing anything here that gives me an option on here that says, hey, look, we have this in a silver. It's not silver, the screen, it's just gray. That's all, it's a gray screen, it's not silver. So if someone tells you it's silver, it's not. All right, we're going to get the 60-inch. 60-inch is going to cost me about, what we may have to see that. We're paying $24 for the 60-inch, so we're going to purchase that right now. I'm going to add that to my cart right now. Boom, in the cart right now. So there's the screen. We're ordering it right now. I got to pop over to Elite Screens. I got to make some purchases over there because I'm talking to a few people about doing inflatable projection screens this year. I told you we're working on a special coating that is designed to expand with inflatable screens. So as your screen blows up over and over again, it's designed to expand with it. And I got a lot of people interested in that black technology being coated on those inflatable screens, especially for backyard events. These are people are going to be doing it through COVID. Everybody's going to be spread out, which is good. But they're going to have it so they want these screens to fire up a little earlier, and they want to get that true black contrast level. So like I said, with the sample sheets I already have, we can't take those outside because they're not designed for outside. we had to get screens that are designed for outside. And Elite Screens has something called the Yard Master, and I'll be getting some other blow-up inflatable screens. So we're going to be doing like quite a few inflatable screen blow-ups and testing them out, seeing which ones play well. My backyard is perfect for it because my backyard takes in a lot of wind. So, you know, we'll see exactly how many of them blow over. All right, so let me go over here. I got to enter my information into this right here so I can get this done and get this sent over here. Let's see what we got to do here. All right. Oh, we can go right through PayPal. Yeah! Let's go through Express Checkout. Let's just blow right through and go through PayPal. Let's go right through here and pay for it. Yes, sirree. Now we need to change this because that's not me. Let's go over to here. Thank you. It's over shipping address. No, don't do that. All right. Yeah, we're gonna take this out of my balance right there. Let's continue with this. All right, we just made our payment. Redirecting, just waiting. All right, let me see. We got to go from here. We're going to have this. Let me see. We can have this premium shipping 2 to 14 days. I'll pay the $13. I want this thing as fast as possible. Give me 2 days. There's the international. That's in first class international tracking insured. I'm not sure if it's international. U.S. tracking. What's international? Gets 2 to 7. We get 2 to 14. You don't got no express shipping on here? We can't get this next day? Express shipping? All right, free or first class package, international 2 to 7 tracking. Huh. But I'm not international. I don't get that. It's kind of confusing. Why would it say first class premium? I don't get that. I'm not international. No, I'll take the 2 to 14 days. I wonder where they're located at. That's what I should have checked out first, where they're actually located. I can find out later. I don't care about that. We'll take this with the free shipping on first class. No, I'll just take the 2 to 7. We'll take the 2 to 7 days. Get it here. But out first class package, international, tracking, insurance, whatever. We don't care about insurance. We're good. All right, I'm going to take this. We're going to continue on with that. Okay, we'll get this thing first class. Get it rushed in 2 to 7. Let me see. We did the whole PayPal, blah, 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 blah. $38. How much they charge me for tax? Oh, what the freak? Okay, let me see. Yes, okay, blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, that's all good. Finish. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So, let me just a minute. I gotta cover something up real quick. We just ordered it. It's on its way. Alright, so I got half of this covered up because it's got some information on it I don't want you to see, but bam! There it is. Just paid for it. It's on its way. We got their 64-inch screen. This is supposed to be a, well, a few people have been telling me that. Well, actually one person, we have one person who's comparing our technology to it. I guess the silver paint demonstration wasn't enough. So we actually physically just bought the screen. So now the screen will be here and we'll start doing the tests against the 12. And I need to get that anyway. I need to start collecting as many. Oh, I got enough silver screens downstairs. We got a Seymour AV 1.3. We got high-end certified screens downstairs. We got a Seymour AV 1.3. We got a matinee silver. We got a daylight snooze silver screen at 2.0 pure. We got that one downstairs. So we're going to match all these screens against that new ultra bright Nova, that jet screen we're designing downstairs, supposed to be the most high-tech silver screen that we're building and designing. That stuff's you already seen it already. You already seen a glimpse of it back in 2019 or 2020. 2020 we showed a glimpse of that technology. Actually doing 11 screens certified, all silver screens. It even took out a Dark Star 9. That's how bright that screen is. So We're going to put it against this screen also too, and we're going to put that screen against the Dark Star 9. Of course, we're going to do color demonstration levels. We're going to do contrast demonstrations, all that, to see if it stacks up against a 12. Starfield demonstration will be presented on top of that. All right, so we're good to go. I'm happy with that. Let me bookmark this and save this. I need to be over in Elite Screens right now because I need to order the Yardmaster right now. I need to order the sample sheets for the Yardmaster. So let's go over to Elite Screens. Okay, we're in Elite Screens right now. I want a floor standing projection screen. I still want one of those. They just want so much money for them. That's the only problem. They want a lot of money for those. So Elite Screens, can we get these screen samples? These are the motorized. Can we get the samples of these screens? I got the samples in here. What the heck is all this nonsense? All right, we need. I think I got some new. Okay, let's go. Let's go against this. We need samples. There's a page you can go to get Elite Screen samples. That's about that. I'll butcher the daylights out of that one. There we go, samples. So, let's see. All right, this is where you go to get samples for Elite Screens. This is how I get all my samples. You'll be paying for these, by the way. They got samples from $6 to $16, depending on what you're getting. Where's the sample page? Can we go here and get it right here? Here we go. There's the sample page. So we can select our material from right here, which ones we want. We need a Yardmaster. That's what we need. We need a sample sheet for a Yardmaster. See, this is what I'm talking about. When you develop screen paint, you have to do your research. You have to go out. And my thing is, I couldn't care less about, like I said, these hobby paints. That's not my thing. My thing is to go in after the big boys, the ones that are certified. That's what I want to test my stuff against to see how I level up against them. And this is where I go. I go to all these different companies. I track down their stuff, and I see exactly what they have to offer. I go for their best. And if try to figure out exactly which ones they have are the best, I will contact the company and say, hey, look, what is your best projection screen? I said, well, this is our top of the line, and that's the one I will buy in the selection. Oh, they got an acoustic. Oh, crap, yeah. They do got acoustic. They do have the acoustic screen. I wonder what their acoustic screen sample sheet looks like. That's the acoustics right there. I'm buying that. I'm definitely getting that. I'm adding that to my cart. Do we have a place to add this to the cart? Yeah, we're going to definitely add it to the cart. Can I go back and get as many? All right, we'll come back in. I'm going to add this to the cart. I want the acoustic, but can we get a darker gray? Because putting that against a black acoustic screen is not going to be fair. We need something a little darker. So how darker is this one right here? That's a little darker right there. Okay, you're just a hot paint. Okay, sure. Goodbye. All right, let's move on. If my stuff was such hobby, then I would keep in mind they would be able to follow the exact same demonstration as me, and they just can't. If we had the same stuff, when the morning comes up, I can open up my curtains and I can view my screens behind me. Actually, I can walk through my entire house and all my screens will light up. You don't see people doing demonstrations like that. So if I was the same way, then they would be doing the same thing I'm doing. All right, so let's move on. Let's see. I'm trying to get a darker gray. They got two acoustic screens. So they got the Pro 1080p3, and then they got the Acoustic Pro UHD. But they don't have anything darker. And I'm trying to get something that's going to go with the acoustic black screen behind me. Let me see. HD, which ones? Okay, I don't think I'm going to be able to get any darker. This is a color that comes up. So I'm going to get this is a 1080p3. We're going to add that to the cart right there. I'm going to come in and get another one. So we got one in our cart. Let's go with this, the Acoustics Max White CRT2. Is that the one used for basically ultra short throws? Yeah, they're used for ultra short throws. The CR2s are ultra short throws. Let's get a sample sheet of that one too. We're going to add that to the cart. All right, let's go in and get another one. I want to check out, they have the Yardmaster in there. So we got the Cinema Gray, we got the Cinema Gray 5D, we got the Cinema Gray 3D. We got the CRT Ultra Bright. I don't have that. What color is that one? Ooh. That is really interesting. I like that. I'm just going to order that. No, they're sold out. Of course they are. Of course they are. The one what I've actually looked at would be an interesting screen to do it side by side is actually sold out. I'm going to have to hunt for that one. Yeah, that Star Bright. I've got to hunt for that. Cinema White. We don't need that one. That's a white screen. Max White. We don't need that one. Max White FG. We don't need that. The Raphael. I think we have these already. Let me check. This is 2. Do we have this one? Oh, this is corner. This is our, I think these are front and rear. These are front and rear. All right, we don't need that right there. Front and rear. Let me see. And what I mean by hobby, for the user to get upset by that, that means by doing the demonstrations correctly. As in, we do our demonstrations. When you watch when I do demonstrations on screens, we pull these screens out. First day to come out, 3-screen certification right against the door. After that, they do a 20 feet distance at 1,000 lumens at 20 feet, pulling up a star field demonstration, pulling up all different colors. When we do those demonstrations against other sample sheets, we don't just show a bunch of pretty colors. We show different color patterns like blue, greens, reds, oranges to show exactly which one's going to pull the brighter and better image. Then after that, we had demonstrations on low lumen projectors of 1,500 lumens to 1,000 lumen projectors. Then we go out and we do the ultra short throw. We do short throw demonstrations. Then we do the demonstration of basically the outside demonstrations, which we test all our screens outside for ambient light projection. That's why I have a 126-inch screen sitting downstairs in a bay of windows, and I can pull an image up at 12 o'clock in the afternoon and watch a movie. And I don't see anyone doing that. So that's why we call it hobbies. Because unless you're taking it to the full extent, then it's just a hobby. That's why when we're going to get a cloudy day today. If the sun was up, these windows would be open, as I always do, and you would see my screen behind me showing off an outer space display on a black screen with all this light pushing in. I don't see y'all doing that. I don't see y'all testing y'all technology against anything. Any high performance screens, I can grab any one of these screens, any one of them, and throw them against my technology. And my technology would basically either match it or outperform it. Y'all pick and choose what color sample sheets that will match your screen perfectly, so that way it doesn't overshadow your screen. You think I didn't figure that out? Yeah, I know that already. I watch your demonstrations. I pick products that I know that are going to be completely different from our technology. I can back it up. I can paint a screen, watch it dry on camera, and throw 3 certifieds against it and show you different colors live. I can do demonstrations where we can develop screens within 20 minutes of developing the screen and run all the tests on the same day live. Done that one too. Y'all don't back that up. Got demonstrations of technology we're working on can take a direct hit from sunlight. I have yet to see that one being done yet. Demonstration back in 2019. We have a screen sitting outside called the Ultimate Challenge, 1,100 lumens. I have a demonstration on a 180-inch screen in my backyard watching Star Wars at 6 o'clock in the evening. All right then. That's not a hobby, my friend. That's called a passion when you work that way. When you work like that and you do this every day and you take things to the next level and you do things that no one else is doing, it's called a passion. That's what it's called. That's why I got a screen that's green that can change multiple colors. It can change from red to blue to green to orange, and the screen is green. And it can do that against silver screens laying against it. All right then. Don't question my Lord's technology. At the end of the day, I told you, that's God's work, and that's what you're seeing. All right, let's see what we're going to get here. Well, keep in mind, when you hear me talking like that, it's because we get somebody that comes into the channel and starts running their mouth. All right, Dark Star 9, we had that already. The Polar Star, we don't have that. I want the, whatchamacallit, I want the Yardmaster. I got a funny feeling I'm going to have to buy a physical Yardmaster, like the whole screen. Whew, that might be too. Well, I'll see. I wonder what the price would cost me if I did buy Yardmaster. Let me get a research that right there. Okay, we got the cinema. With cinema white, we don't need any white. We don't need any of those already. I got a 35-inch Elite screen downstairs that's white already that we use from time to time. I did get the acoustic. The CRT2, this is what I'm interested in too, because these are designed for ultra short throw projectors. CLRs are for short, ultra short throw projectors right here. This is what they're for. Let me see if I need anything. We don't need the Spectrum White. I wanted the Yard Master, but I think the Yard Master is a physical screen. Let me go into, man. I'm not, because I can't go on here. I got too much information pops up on this computer when I go into certain accounts. I need to figure out what surface they're using on the Yard Master. Because I'm not physically going to spend $400 for a screen to have it come down here to just end up painting over top of it. So I need to go into Amazon. I need to find out exactly how much the Yard Master costs, and I need to know what surface they're using on it so I can go in there and buy the surface. So that's what we need. There's no point in me getting any white surfaces. Like I said, I got 135 downstairs. That's a white screen. So we don't need that. Let's go into, blah, blah, blah. Oh, by the way, I decided to get the 720p ViewSonic. I was looking at the 1080p. So this is the beautiful thing about our technology. I don't have to get 1080p if I don't want it. So I decided to get the 720p. And the reason why is because the 720p is 3,300 lumens, where the 1080p is only 2,000 lumens. Don't ask me why. The other one has lens shift capability and the other one doesn't. Don't ask me why, which is weird because it's much cheaper too on top of that. And also too, what was the other option it had on there? It was actually pretty cool that the, well, actually the lumen count is higher, but it was something else on there. Also too, the 235.1 is going to be coded. We're going to actually apply a new form of exotic. And the name of the exotic is called Burnt Fire. Yeah, it's going to be cool. It's going to be freaking cool. Yes. Called Burnt Fire. We'll come up with a different name, but I'm just calling it Burnt Fire for now, Fire Burn or whatever. It's gonna be called something weird. But anyway, yeah, it's gonna be applied onto that screen to go with this projector right here. So let me go over here and see what Elite Screens wants for the Yard Master. And like I said, at the end of the day, this nonsense with you know who, we're not going to bother with it. And keep in mind, I'm not going to be posting anything else on it after this. This is just, the warnings are over and done with. We already got the lawyer. They're contacting us in a couple of days. They're gathering all the information. We just tell us to send. They tell us to send them anything that comes up. So just basically, they're monitoring everything. We gave them the YouTube channel, all the stuff like that, all our sites, they're monitoring everything, its activity and all that. And they're also now monitoring the Instagram and all that stuff like that. They also been in contact with Instagram's legal department. All that's going to be coming up. So right now, I'm just going to concentrate on my work, what I need to do, and let the lawyers do what they have to do because that's what they're getting paid for. So we'll leave it at that. All right, so let me get over here and find out where we need to get from Amazon. And you know what's interesting? I'm going to tell you about this right now. I could have 0 people in here to talk to. I can have 1 person here to talk to. At the end of the day, my table's still going to have 60 to 70 orders laying on my table. Right now on my account, ever since the incident happened, I have the, good gracious, I got the orders on the account right now. I got an order that came in for $7,000, but a couple of days ago, I got orders for that to take care of that. That's a huge, massive order. And then I got orders that are piling on top of those orders. So like I said, at the end of the day, and I thought to myself, I could have 1 person come and listen to me. I can have 0 person come and listen to me. At the end of the day, that table will always be blessed. No matter what. No matter what. If you look at my YouTube numbers. Look at my YouTube numbers. We used YouTube for advertising. So in this video, I might have only 2 people watching, but at a week or so, we got 300, 400 people in there that came in and saw my videos because my videos are used for advertisement. People come in, they get a chance to see the demonstration live. They get a chance to see me walk through my house and show off all the screens going off. And that's the first thing I get when customers call me. I was fascinated by the fact that you just got up and you just walked through your entire house and all your screens are fired up. You got all this window light pouring in. You're using cheap projectors. You don't have to spend a lot of money. This is what customers see. So you have to understand, for me, doing a live stream is basically like it's advertisement for me. Because I know people are going to come in, they're going to see the stream, and they're going to buy from me because I'm showing my technology in real time. You let me know next time you see one of these big companies where somebody gets up out of their bed, walks around their house, and shows you all their stuff in real time, activating without rehearsing, without calibrating, without adjusting the lights and all the other nonsense or reading the script. Yeah, there you go. And, keep in mind, I had the money to go out and spend $3,000. So I can get a P1, P2. I can go get the Dell. Heck, like I said, this projector right here, that's a 4,600 lumen. $4,600 projector without the lens. That lens right there is $12,000. That big boy over there, that's a Chrissy. So these are expensive projectors, but like I said, I had the money. I had the money to go out and buy this if I wanted. But I don't, because I don't have to. I don't have to pay for a high power projector to make up for what the screen doesn't do. So that's why I chose that, and I could have went out and bought the P2 easily. I could buy the P1 with no problem. Dell, their projector when it came out was like $5,000–6,000. I can buy that today if I want that projector. But I don't want it and I don't need it. I'm going and purchase the 720p WXGA ViewSonic projector, ultra short throw, for my screen downstairs. It's still going to cost me a lot of money. For me, it's a lot of money. It's going to cost me $1,200. That's what it's costing me. At least it's cheaper than my Optima GT 5600, because the Optima GT 5600 was like $1,400 when it came out, and I got it. I got that when it came out. I got the GT 56 and 55, which are actually fantastic projectors. Only problem is they don't have a 235.1 option. There you go. Let me see. We need Amazon, and I need Elite Screens. Elite Screens. I need their Yardmaster. Yardmaster. And keep in mind, when I do these demonstrations against these companies, I never say their stuff is trash, it's garbage, don't buy them at all. I tell you how much it's going to cost you. Yeah, it's going to cost you $5,000 for the screen. That's no lie. It's right there on the website. On certain sites you go to, it's going to cost you $2 and $3 grand. It's going to cost you $5,000 for the screen. The screens will clearly say, they don't, and I tell you, when I do an ultra short throw demonstration, I said we can't use these screens because these screens are not ultra short throw compatible. If I threw those screens up there knowing they weren't ultra short throw compatible and they came up dark on the screen, so look how badly the image comes out, then they have a right to sue the daylights out of me, because in their booklets that they give me on their samples, it clearly says what you can use and what you can't use. So that's why, you know, if it's ultra short throw, it doesn't work well. I know it's a screen that's coming up too dark. Even if it doesn't come with a booklet and that screen's coming up really, really dark on ultra short throw, that tells me right there that screen is not ultra short throw compatible. So it needs to be pulled from the wall. We need to bring out a long throw to do that demonstration. There are other screens on here, if you read in the description, they can't be used with projectors lower than 2,000 lumens. So if I use that particular screen, we can't use the Sony DPO FA30 because it's 1,000 lumens. I have to find a projector that's going to be 2,000 lumens and up. So you have to follow by their rules and their guidelines when you do their demonstrations. It's the reason why you never see me take their sample sheets outside, because they're not supposed to be out there. These are indoor screens only. In order for me to do an outdoor demonstration on the product, I would have to be to track down their screens and see if they have a backyard version of it, which I know that Elite Screen does have one under Yardmaster. So that's the one I'm looking for right now. I don't know about the other companies, which I have to do some research on that right there myself. Sorry about that. I keep forgetting to cut the Wi-Fi off. But as for the other fellow, I couldn't care less. I've already proved my point with the silver paint. I mean, bottom line, he used a PPJ. I got what they call Modern Masters. It's more of a higher version of that, of a silver paint, very expensive version of it. So I figured, why go with the original? Just go get something more advanced and then just show the demonstration. If you get an advanced model, it's still not going to match your technology. So that's what I did in the demonstration. Short, clean, done, showing the demonstrations, and it didn't match up at all, period. So he uses this particular screen in his demonstrations. And as I told people before, you know, if you're going to challenge him on that level, I will go out and purchase that screen, bring it here, and we'll do the demonstration. So we bought it. It's coming in. It'll be here, and we're going to put it against this screen right here, and we're going to see if that screen's going to pull that contrast level. Now, I'm going to call it right here from the door. It's not going to pull contrast. It's going to pull high white level, yes, but it's not going to pull the contrast, and it's going to fail on the colors. I'm calling it right now. That's what's going to happen. Like when I call it with the modern paint, I told you from the door, just by looking at it, I can tell what's going to happen with a screen. When we bring it over here, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to display that white level. If that screen comes up really bright, you already know the story. You already know it already. We get a screen over here that, now see, impressive for me, if I had a screen that was silver, say we hit it with all that light and that sucker absorbed like, woo, and it came dark, that is impressive to me, because that means that screen is absorbing its white level. It means it's taking all that light in, it's pushing it in, and it's absorbing. The brighter the screen, keep in mind, that's the more light that's going to reflect off on your walls. Daggone, I should have went and got it in a 100-inch. All right, we can go back and buy again. I'll buy another one. I'm gonna get one. Let me see. My screen is, how tall is my screen? My screen is like 7 feet tall, about 7 feet tall. I need to be to stretch from one side to the next because I need to see the white light reflect on the wall. So we're gonna need a bigger one. We're gonna need. I'm gonna go with 120 inch. I'm gonna get 120 inch. I'm gonna buy 120 inch, and that way I can have it draped over the side of my screen, and then that way when the projector hits it, you can see how much of the light is going to be bouncing off on your wall. This is those of you who have dedicated theater setups, so you're going to be using the screen. You need to see exactly how much of that white light is going to be reflecting to your ceiling and your walls, because that's freaking annoying if you have this really dark theater setup and you have white light pushing all outside your screen. You shouldn't be seeing that. That's one of the things Elite Screen was basically demonstrating, that their screens absorb a lot of that excess light pushing all over the place. And we'll do that on, we got the 5,000 lumen projector. We'll do it on something normal. I think we got a 28 in here. We got a 28 in here, portable in here over there. We'll do it on that one too. Because in 5,000 lumen, some people will say it's a bit overkill. It's a lot of light reflecting off that screen. Okay, so let's see. We got the Yard Master here. Good gracious, I hope this screen's not going to be freaking crazy expensive, of course. And no, we don't need all that. Get out of my face. Oh, okay. All right. This is not expensive at all. I'm buying one of these. This is Elite Screen Yard Master 2.0, 120 inches. Sorry, you're looking at Groot over there. Get you back over here. 120 inches. Perfect, 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 perfect. Not expensive at all. I think this thing is going to cost me a bit of an arm and a leg. We can take this right out in the backyard. We can do demonstrations off of it. Perfect. We can coat one side of it with 12. Well, actually, it won't be 12. I told you we're working on, it's a 12, but we're working on a more advanced outdoor version of the 12. This is a roll-on and spray-on application, and it's also too more wrapped around projection screens, inflatable screens, because you have to keep in mind when you're doing an inflatable screen, the inflatable screen constantly expands over and over again. Every time you blow this screen up, it's expanding out over and over again, again, again. So we need, we're going to test something where the customer can spray this on, turn the screen into a jet black screen, be able to fire their projectors up. Keep in mind, these are people that are going to be doing this for maybe, backyard events or whatever. And if you have a white screen, usually you got to fire it up the projector somewhere between 9 and 10. Now, keep in mind, kids are going to be around about 9 and 10. They're going to start passing out. You got people got to be able to work the next day, and no one's going to really stick around for that. So you want something that you could fire up at around 6 o'clock in the afternoon, and that screen's going to be to produce an image with no problem. You're not going to lose your contrast or all that stuff is going to disappear. It's going to look like a real screen outside. That's what you want. You know what I mean? You don't want to be sitting out there, with your colors faded and washed out. And that's what I was talking to a fellow about, because they're going to start bringing out like a kind of outdoor events, but they're going to have it where people can stay distance within their circle. I thought a really good idea they had over in New York City for, I think it's called a Central Park or whatever. They had circles out there. They had these circles, and you sit in these individual circles with your group. And that's what they would have to separate people from being so close together. And you can set that up. I was talking about, you can set that screen up there. Now, his competition, of course, they're going to be firing off their projectors between 8, probably 9, probably between 9 and 10, where he's going to be to fire his projector up around 6 o'clock in the evening, which means that's a little bit more. It's going to put him on the map because he can start the party early. Now, if we decide to venture out to drive-in theaters, which I do want to do because those are massive contracts, I don't have the facility to make that much product. We just don't have it. But I've had offers, because keep in mind, if you have a drive-through theater, which are now big now, they're big because of COVID, you sit in your car with your couple or your loved ones, your family, and you can watch a movie, have the food brought to you. So they're making a big comeback now. And keep in mind, you fire off your projector around 9 to 10, right? You're losing a ton of revenue. So between 6 o'clock and up, you can make your money from 6, 7 to 8. That's 3 hours of extra pay that you're making back. But as I said before, we've got offers, but we can't do it because I don't have the room. You know how big an outdoor projection, how much paint that would take to cover me. Of course, I would make a ton of money off of it, but still, it's a lot of work. And I don't have the facility for it. I'll have to wait until we get around the end of the year. Like I told you before, I'm looking at buying some commercial property. And now you can't just, open up a warehouse and have a bunch of people work in it. There has to be rules and regulations. Everything has to be followed by COVID. I'm gonna have to have special plexiglass and units put in. All this stuff I have to COVID proof your building, because the city will come down and inspect your property to make sure. Over in Philadelphia, they inspect your property to make sure it meets a certain standard for COVID. And I would want that anyway to begin with. I don't want anybody to get sick. So, there's some quick things that have to be done with that. Let's go over. Okay, so this ain't bad. This is 100, this is 120 inch. It's big enough to do what I need to do. It's their yard master. Do we get a selection of colors? Let me see. Okay, we got the dual. Okay, the dual is basically, the dual is so it's front and rear. We don't want the dual at all. Different ones they have here. They have electric outdoor screen. I give it to the leaf screens on this one. Now, I did get kind of ticked off because when I did buy that 135-inch screen and the tension rods were missing, and it was a pain in the neck to get our money back, but they do have an amazing outdoor motorized projection screen. I do like their motorized projection screens. Are nice. I wonder how much. This is a tension motorized projection screen. Oh, they ain't got the price for it. Oh, yeah. Now, for those of you who don't know what tension is, that is the beast of all motorized projection screens. I had one. I actually had two of them. I had a 120-inch and I had a 100-inch. That is the beast of all motorized projection screen. Tension screens will cost you more money because, number one, there is a line. See right here? There's a line in here that runs all the way down through the screen, these tabs, and connects here. The bar is a little heavier too. So that means that every time your screen comes out, this thing is as flat as a sheet of glass. There's no wrinkles in it. There's no lines. There's no ripples. It's just flat every single time. When you have a screen like the one I have in the back that doesn't have that tension, you get the wave effect. So that means your screen gets this little wave in the screen. It can distort the image at times. That's the dual right there. But at least I know they have the Yard Master here. Ooh, what the heck is this one right here? Oh, this is dual. This is dual. This is 2 Yard Master 2. This is dual. We don't need that. We're not going to spend that kind of money. I want that one they had for 144. Nah, we need the other one. Where's the one I just pulled up? Oh, it's electric. That's your master manual. Hold on for a minute. It's just in there. I'm just looking at it. They had 160 bucks. Was I seeing it wrong? Yeah, they're right there, 160 bucks. I know I saw what I saw. It's 160 bucks. All right, we got this already. Do we bookmark this already? Let's bookmark this. I'll come in later on. We'll be getting this one for the summer. We need this one for the summer. So I have to start buying my stuff now for the summer. What else do we need to do? We need to come in here. Is this me? This is me. All right. Let's come out of this knot right here. And let's bring up 180. There's also just another company we like too. For doing like screens involving grommets, like say you don't want to do an inflatable screen. Do an inflatable screen, keep in mind inflatable screen, it's going to constantly need power all the time. So you're going to have to plug this up into your house. The power supply doesn't take much. I have one downstairs from my old previous screen. They're loud, I give you that much. But then again, since you have the sound system going, you're not really going to notice the noise from it all. But anyway, they're constantly going to need power all the time. One of the things we were talking about with him, we were talking about gas generators. Now, a lot of people that are doing outdoor events will use a gas generator. I would always suggest them to get one of the battery packs, which we have over there. The things are absolutely fantastic. If you're going to be running this outside, and this is what I need to do. I have a blower downstairs. We'll do that right now after this. I have one downstairs that actually goes to an inflatable screen. We're going to plug that up to my power supply and see exactly how much power this thing is going to actually absorb. And keep in mind, you're going to have this thing on for a long time. For as long as you're playing the movie, you're going to have this thing blowing air through your screen. Because if not, your screen's going to basically, it's going to come down and you're not going to have any more. Now, if you're doing something like from your home, then you're good. You got power in your home, you're good to go. But if you're doing like backyard events and stuff like that, you can't just go into a person and, hey, look, can I plug this into your house so we can get some free power for our screen? No, you're supposed to bring your own power. So some of them use the gas generators, which can be a little loud, noisy, and a bit smelly. So with these units right here, they could easily hook up one of those, the Delta Force 1300, that's the big boy that they have, and solar power that bad boy. Yep. They can solar power that, their projector, and their speakers, which we're going to be doing that this summer. We're going to do a whole solar powered outdoor setup. using that stuff they want to be doing. Because every time I bring my battery down, I plug it up to stuff, so you know you can see from there what you can do with it. It's good to have. Like I said, it's nice to have. A friend of mine, she just bought one. She bought one. She liked it. She loves it. You know, it's nice to have in your car. Also, too, I forgot to add, it does do DC, so there is a compartment there that you can plug that up to your car cigarette lighter, just in case if you have to give your battery a little juice. So you can do that also too. Can you imagine solar? I'm gonna look that up. Did anybody ever solar power charge their battery? That would be hot, because I would just take that. I would have to figure out some way to connect it to the roof of my car. Yes, I would. Just connect it to the top and have my battery there and just be constantly charging. That would be a pretty good idea. Okay, 180-inch. Yeah, Jarvis going to be here in a few. I got to get these packages out the door. I got to get the other packages done on Monday, get them shipped out on Monday, get the packages done on Tuesday, get them shipped out on Tuesday. Whew, yeah. God is amazing. He's amazing. He's amazing. Yeah. Just don't know people. You just don't know. So you have to understand. People do stuff like this to me. It makes me a little angry at first. It does. But when you do things God's way, it passes. And you still have to go do what you have to do, and I still have to do what I have to do. I still have to get a lawyer. I still have to defend my company, but it passes. It does. You know what I mean? Do I forgive this person for what they did to me? Yeah, I do. Am I going to have to file the lawsuit? Yes, I do. Unfortunately, I have to, because he doesn't learn. If this individual mind his own business and he decided to just leave us alone completely, you know, I would have no problem not suing him. But he doesn't learn. He really doesn't. And even if he sits there and he tries to say, okay, I'm not going to do any more videos against him, he's always doing something sneaky in the background. And that's how we found out about the Instagram video. Because the entire time when I turned the other cheek and I gave him a chance, he had an Instagram account set up using our copyrighted material. See? So it just, some people just don't learn at all, period. Hopefully through this experience he does. I hope he does. But like I said, am I mad at him? I'm disappointed. I'm not mad where I want to go and kill him and all that nonsense. No, that's not me. I just feel sorry for this individual because, like I said, instead of doing something positive with what he's doing, he could be doing something to better his craft. And he doesn't realize by doing these tactics, he's destroying his company. He's slowly destroying it because you're putting it in that distrust. You may have people that are by your side, and you have people by your side that are cheering this on. Then these are the kind of people you don't want to do business with, and these are the kind of people you really don't want in your circle at all, period, that support this kind of nonsense. So I feel sorry for him on that case right there. Other people that are seeing this, people that I do business with, he's really hurting his name by doing this, because if a person is going to go this far to do this, and you're trusting this person with your credit card and valuable information, who knows what he's capable of doing? See, that's what I'm just, yeah. So, you know, I have no hatred to the people who come at me and do these evil things against me. I feel sorry for them, I do. But keep in mind, because I'm a Christian, I'm not going to allow you to walk over top me. I'm not. I will turn the other cheek, and I will give you a chance. But if you basically don't take that chance, then the next time I will come after you, and I'll do what has to be done. That's all to it. So, you know, people get mad over that. I'm sorry. But I'm pretty sure if you bought a brand new car, and you come outside and look at your car, and you just watch your neighbor take a key and run it down the side of your car, what do you think you would do? Some of you may end up in jail. I know a few of you would end up in jail. Some of y'all trigger off if somebody stands near your car. Sit on your car. I've seen people trigger off. I've seen people shoot people for basically because you shove it out your walk all day, and then someone parks in it. You know what I mean? Like I said, crazy stuff. So, like I said, for someone to sit there and say, well, you know, I wouldn't do the same. Oh, yes, you would. No one, you can't say what you would do and what you can't do until it comes up. You really can't say that. But I guarantee you worked hard, got yourself the car that you always wanted, got it parked in your driveway. Because you know the first thing you do when you get a brand new car, you're constantly staring at it. You're constantly looking out the window, looking at your car. Making sure no one's touching it, no one's going near it, waking up in the middle of the night thinking your alarm went off. That kind of crazy until you get used to having it, and then you really just don't care. But when you first get it, that's your pride and joy. And then you want to take it to work the next day because you want to show up to your friends like, yeah, I got this new car and so and so. So, you know, that's what you want to do. Saturday night, you want to go with your friends and stuff, take it out, you know what I mean? Break it, let people see your car. So imagine you go out the door and you look and you watch your neighbor take his key and run it from the back of your car all the way to the other end. You think you're going to go out there and go, you know what, neighbor? Yeah, I'm going to forgive you for this one. I'm going to go out and get my car repainted. And I'm going to forgive you. I'm going to let this go. All right. Some of y'all can't do that. Y'all, some people get the first person to snap. The first thing they think is, let me go get my gun. Let me go get my dog. And go out there and fight them hand to hand. But at the end of the day, somebody's going to a flashing truck going to the hospital. And someone's going to a flashing truck going to jail. You know what I mean? But I guarantee if you were, I've met people that were forgiving like that. You know what I mean? They scratch your car and you let it go. And you go get the car painted, get it all and everything. And then you come outside and you look out there again. And he's out there again, taking his key, scratching your car. Okay, there we go. I like the story in the Bible. Some people don't want to hear it. I'm sorry if this bothers you. That when Jesus descended on the earth, and the Pharisees, and these are people that basically that were older men that had all this knowledge about the Bible and everything. It's interesting. They thought they had all this knowledge about the Bible, but God himself was standing there right in front of you. The guy who basically, the being that basically started all this to begin with was standing right there in front of you. A lot of people understand how fascinating that is. So the Pharisees were jealous of Jesus because Jesus was very young, and they couldn't figure out exactly why he had all this knowledge. Like, where was he? Who trained him? Who gave him this knowledge? They were just so baffled on how this man had all this knowledge, and they were jealous of him because of it. They were jealous because the people would follow him, and they didn't like that. They wanted the people to follow them because they had a lot of fake things they were doing. They were doing fake sacrifices, and they were profiting. They were making money off of this. They were making money off the religion, and Jesus was very upset about it. You know what I mean? He said, don't turn my house into a house of thieves or I've done of thieves, because they were selling in the church. They were doing all kinds of stuff they weren't supposed to be doing. And that's when Jesus came in there angry, and he beat them. Yeah. One there, he beat them out of the church. So when the thing about it is, they were jealous of Jesus because he had all this knowledge and he wasn't making any money. He wasn't charging any people, and they were losing all this money, and they plotted to bring him down, to basically try to figure out a way to discredit his name. So they would do all kinds of stuff. So one of the things I remember in the Bible I read, I found was interesting, was the fact that they brought a prostitute to him. And they brought the prostitute to him, and they asked him, what would you do against this person that's out there running the streets at night? Now, they wanted Jesus to say that, we will stone her, because back in the Old Testament, you were stoned for a lot of stuff. Yeah, you committed adultery, you were stoned. You basically murdered, you would stone. You looked at another woman the wrong way, they would stone you to death. And stone you to death was pretty brutal. They dig a big pit, stick you in it, and hit you with a bunch of rocks until you die. So it was pretty brutal. So they were expecting for Jesus to say, well, we'll stone her to death. We'll kill her. That's what's supposed to think. But Jesus didn't say that. Jesus sat there and said, let ye without sin cast the first stone. So you know what that means, right? That means that ye without sin, which means all of you sitting here in this room, if you have no sin on you, if you have never committed a sin, you have the right to stone this woman to death. And all of them left, because all of them were guilty of sin. And he looked at the woman and said, woman, sin no more. There you go. All right, let's move on. That's why you got to read the Bible. The Bible is amazing. I'm the kind of person that if you give me a book, I'm not big on books. I'm really not. I'm big on the auto books, so I'm not a big reader. I mean, I got comic books I haven't even read yet. But the Bible, man, I read that. That was the most fascinating book I ever read in my entire life. And the interesting thing about the Bible, and no matter how many times you read it, it always changes. It's never the same. All right, so we're going to go outdoor projection screen. I want to build another one of these screens. Actually, I want to do a 235.1 outside. I don't have one of those outside yet. Outdoor projection screen. And some people get bothered by that when I talk about the Lord. But, hey, look. People don't want to hear about God. They don't want to hear about him. They don't want nothing to do with them. We don't want to hear about him. Don't talk to him. Don't bring him up. Yeah, but you get on an airplane, one of your wings pop off, and you're plummeted to the earth at 100 miles an hour. Oh, now you want to start having conversations with God. Now you want to start making all these promises. Oh, please save me. I'll do this. I'll do that. And then, you'll survive that incident. Some people survive an incident like that, and they basically turn their lives to Christ. And some people don't. I'll tell you one thing. As I'll tell you one thing a lot of people understand. I'd rather have the Lord chastise me and put me through some craziness and for me to learn to trust him more than basically have him not chastise me and don't pay me any mind. Because that means he has no interest in you and he just has no interest in you. That's just bottom line. And sometimes when the Lord chastises you, sometimes you got to go through something because he's trying to get your attention. He's trying to say, hey, look, I'm right here the entire time. I can be there for you. I just need you to trust in me. And some people basically don't understand that sometimes you go through a lot of craziness in your life because God is trying to get your attention. That's what he's trying to do. You got my attention. I took it. All right, so here we are outside, 6:57. 57. I'm using a Sony DPO FH30 in this demonstration. My screen is 180 inches, and I can pull an image outside. So this is the reason why these videos that right here that I have companies for big projection screen companies, outdoor home theaters, all that stuff are interested in the technology because, and this was an 8, mind you, this was 8 technology. This is the Ambilight Projection 8. This was the screen that was slandered by you know who, that was supposed to be so dark you couldn't see it, but yet I'm outside and I can pick the image up perfectly with no problem. See how my neighbor's chairs are all over here because they were watching the screen. I would put cartoons on for the kids to watch. So I'm on my PS system. I understand it. My Wi-Fi will run perfectly right there, but for some reason, when I get on top of the deck, it's like, it just messes up. But down here, yeah, it doesn't work too well. There's my PS4 menu popping up at 6:57. So at 6:57, keep in mind that most white screens are not even going to show up. They're just not going to, not most, all of them are just not going to be able to show up at all, period. You're not going to be able to see it. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to stick that Yard Master. I'm going to do me 100, and I'm going to do a bigger screen than this because I'm probably going to do a screen probably about 500 inches. I want to do 500 inches. I want to bring the screen all the way up to the top of the deck, bring it all the way down on this side. I want to fill that whole entire section out. That's what I want. I want it much bigger than what it is. And I'm probably going to use my Sony DPO FH30 at 4300 lumens. Keep in mind, majority of most people that are using projectors outside for these displays are using like the big boy Chris, are using like 5,000, actually higher than that, 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 10,000, 20,000 lumen projectors. That's what they're using because they figure because the screen is white, it has to have something to do with the projector being able to push a better image. The higher the lumens they go, the better chance they have of fighting the ambient light. It has nothing, ambient light has something to do with it, but it's not, you can go as high as you want on your lumen projector. On your projector, you go as high as you want. When it comes to your lumens, the problem you're going to have is the fact that you're going to be whitewashing the daylights out of your screen because your screen is bone white. It is not going to pick up that image, even if you're at 20,000 lumens. You're really not going to pick up the picture the way you want to. And then when the picture does come up, it's washed out, it's faded, and they accept that because they figure, you know, hey, this is how it is. This is how the screen has to be. And no, you don't. No, you don't. My projector right there cost me $300, and it's a Sony DPO FH30 at 4300 lumens. As a matter of fact, it's my projector right over there. That's what I'm using in the demonstration. And I'm able to pick up an image outside, also cast a 109-degree viewing angle at 6:57 in the evening with no problem. It's not the projector, it's the technology. Now, when people are inside the house worrying about when we watch these demonstrations, when I talk about the hobbyists, when they're inside trying to shuffle their lights around and blocking out the window lights, we do our demonstrations outside. And not only do we do them on a 100-inch, but we do them on a 180-inch. No problem. Gotta cut over here. I'm watching Star Wars outside. And look at this contrast levels. Oh, that fell up. White screen, you wouldn't even see that. It'd be gone. See the outer space scenes, everything, no problem. And these projectors right here have a 2000:1 contrast. That's it. Oh, I can't wait to set up another screen outside. Man, I love this screen. That was a really good screen. I took it down because I wanted something bigger. I wanted something much, much bigger. This year I'll get a chance to do something bigger than that. Let's take out the 180 inch. And let's put in versus. Yeah, but that's the whole reason why Jesus was sacrificed over jealousy. And the Pharisees were very jealous over Jesus. They couldn't stand it. They were jealous over him. And, you know, just like that guy sat there and said, I see nothing wrong. This man didn't do anything wrong. And they're like, sacrifice it. When them sacrifice it. Okay, well, his blood is on your hands. Like I said, this is all God's technology. Anything you see me display like this is from my Lord and Savior. My knowledge comes from him. And like I said, there is no demonstration on YouTube of someone showing a screen of 180 inches outside with that display. You see my time here? My time is 6:57 right now. We're 6:57. Now, anyone that owns a white projection screen, you know darn well you can't fire that projector up at 6:57, and you definitely are not going to be able to pull a contrast level outside. Your screen would wash out and fade. You're definitely not watching Star Wars. So imagine if you had this technology. These are 8s, 12s, and much more range. And you have an outdoor event where you do parties and stuff like that. COVID safe, of course. And you're going to have to tell your customers, well, look, we can't fire up the projector until around 9 o'clock because that's when the image is going to show much better. If we do it now, you're not going to be able to see it at all. By 9 o'clock, kids are tired. They're full of cake, cookies, and everything else, running around, rampant. Their jokers are knocked out. I mean, anybody, kids know that already from the door. They're knocked out. And by then, half of the adults, like I said, either got to be up to work the next day or they're tired. Around 9 o'clock at a barbecue, I'm pretty much ready to go home and go to sleep. That's pretty much it. I'd eat, talk, joke, laugh, and whatever. I want to go home. I'm done. I mean, depending on what time I got to be up in the morning. So now you can go to your customers next time around and go, hey, look, we got this new technology. We can fire a projector up around 6 o'clock. Close to 7, about 6 or 7 o'clock. We can fire it up. That means now the kids are already running around. The first thing they're going to do, they're going to be glued to the screen. That gives you adults a chance to basically sit around and relax without watching your kids 24/7. So we're on the crazy stuff you're getting into with the other kids doing crazy stuff. They're all glued in front of the screen watching Despicable Me or whatever cartoons and shows they can put right up on the screen. And then by the time, at the end of the day, when you leave from that party, you're going to be talking about, yeah, guy came in, had a black screen, he fired that screen around like 6 o'clock. The kids were out there watching movies and stuff, like screen, boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Gonna hire you again. They're going to hire you every single time because they know that if anybody else comes out there, they're going to ask, like, when can the screen fire up? 9 o'clock. Like, nope, not after what we just saw. See, there you go. Look at that. 190-degree angle, that screen will pull up with no problem at 180 inches. Let's go to, we want to outside. Here we go. Outside demonstration. This is what your white screens go through. This is a white screen I got from Amazon. It has 2.0 gain on it. I used this on what projector were we using on this one? Was I using the 1000 lumen projector on this? I might have been using the Sony VPO FH30s. Yeah, I was using those right there. And that's your white screen. That's how your white screen fires up. It doesn't pick up nothing at all. The best screens for outside, now tell anybody, are black. They're the best for outside. The black silvers are nice and all that, but if I'm using a screen outside, it's definitely going to be black. It's not going to be gray. It's not going to be the dark silver. It's not going to be the exotics. It's not going to be a platinum eclipse. It's going to be a black screen. They pull better outside. Notice this is at nighttime, in the dark. See how bright the colors pop on that screen in the dark at night. So even at nighttime, you are still not getting what you're supposed to be getting from your projector. So the image washes out, too much white light's reflecting off the screen. You have to have enough contrast even to pick up the white levels. Contrast is even needed when it comes to white levels. This is me right now walking through my house in a fully lit environment. So that's me displaying the screen right there. This is the part that bothers people. Like I said, we say hobbyists. You don't do demonstrations like we do. Look how bright my environment is. And mind you, that's the projector right there that I'm actually selling on the website. Sorry, I haven't posted to the website yet. I've just been a little busy. It is going on the website. That's the projector right there. We're actually going to put on the website for $340. It comes with the gallon of the black screen paint, or the other three. I think it comes with the 12 gold, or you get a choice of the platinum eclipse or the silver, and it comes with the projector. That projector does 235.1. If you were to buy that projector by itself on Amazon, it would cost you around $560. So we went from displaying our technology outside to coming inside and showing you another demonstration there. Here's my sloths. Look at your contrast level at nighttime with a white screen. Doesn't even come up. So the new technology that we're developing for outside, when I mean this stuff is going to dominate, it's going to be far more advanced than what you're seeing right here. It's going to be designed for outside applications. This thing is going to dominate any screen that's going to be out there that's white. The majority of all screens outside are white. And we're going to come out here with this technology one by one by one. You're going to see that these screens are going to be to do things. I mean, the amazing part of this is that our competition for outside screens, well, pretty much our competition for inside screens isn't that hard, and our competition for outside is going to be extremely easy. There's going to be no struggle on that whatsoever, on any level whatsoever. And then once the end of the summer comes out and the 21 pops this hit up, the one that took the direct hit from sunlight, there's going to be nothing standing against that screen by itself. That screen is strictly designed to actually take over everything. And I mean literally everything. That's what it's being constructed for. I don't know if I'm going to call it the Widowmaker, the Tomb Maker. It's going to have one of those weird names, but yeah, it's what it's designed to do. It's designed to have a screen that nothing will stand against it. And like I said, when God gives you an idea, yeah, it's going to be pretty amazing. I'm telling you. You already saw the first results. At 1%, the gain on that screen took a direct hit from the sun. Let me know if you've ever seen any company testing their gain against the sun. That shows you the idea that God is working with us on the technology. Oh, it's my inflatable projection screen outside. Yeah, there we go, outside, inflatable projection screen. I forgot I had this video. I need to send this over to whatchamacallit. Oh, and this is gold 9, by the way, that's sprayed onto the screen, a gold 9. This is another screen that was claiming to be so dark you couldn't see it. This is my inflatable screen. Yay, I remember this. The white inflatable screen, we converted. There we go. Another demonstration. As a matter of fact, on my demonstration on my channel, you can watch me paint in the screen. Just in watching Tron outside, Sony VPL FH30 outside versus white screen. Can't pull the contrast levels. That's why I said I can't wait till the summer. Now we're going to get the bigger contracts. We can't do. I'm sorry. We can't do the bigger contracts on the new outdoor technology we're working on. But the smaller contracts we can do. I think the most we're going to max out is probably about, let me see how many gallons we'll probably do. Sorry about that. 40 gallons is going to be our max limit for that technology for outdoor setups. So that's what's going to be the max. It's going to be 40 gallons. We get, as long as it's 40 gallons can only be shipped within the United States because these are going to come in 5-gallon containers. And these containers are going to be self-locking. So you know that these suckers are not going to open up in transit. They will be self-locking containers. Let's go to, here we go. There's my outdoor projection screen right there. I did that when I had so many people looking at that screen. They were just dumbfounded like, oh. There we go. This technology, this actually we did a white screen. We did white screens outside, so we done all these outside. All these chest for ambient light rejection technologies outside. We've been doing testing outside. Like tomorrow. Yeah, that's the paint right there, that mod mask. That stuff is I didn't like it. I just don't like it. The smell of it was really bad. Our black technology versus black technology. We've done that one already too. So like I said, we've done these already. Right now we just need to develop a more advanced version of an outdoor 12. We might just make it a 15. We might just make it a 15. A 15 outdoor 12, we might make it for outdoors only, which would be nice for that application for those of you, because a lot of people are going to be out this summer and they're just going to be, I mean, they're not going to be crowded around. Hoping they're not crowded around each other, but sorry. But they're going to be out this summer and you know, trying to get out. And the first thing I got from a lot of people, like, I want to do a backyard display for my backyard. Oh, excuse me. I want to do something like we can get out of the house more. And right now, you got to see the blueprints that I'm working on for my deck outside. It's going to be freaking amazing. I cannot start. I can't wait to start working on that. So that's going to be freaking crazy. But let me go order my projector and so I can get ready for the downstairs because I still have a lot to do. Oh, shoot. What am I doing? My sample sheets. I forgot to buy them. Oh, there we go. Oh, hold on. Got you guys blown up now. Yeah. Sorry about that. Having problems with my Zoom one here. It doesn't want to work right for me. There we go. I'm back. Boom. And as I said before, you know, like I said, we do things on a different level over here. This is my acoustic screen, pre-coated with our technology. I had the liberty of doing this when I get up in the morning. My curtains are open. And light pushing through. I get my fountain back up again too. Let's see what we want to go with today. Let's see, New York City screensaver contrast demonstration. I say YouTube, nope. YouTube.
Here's YouTube.
New York City contrast demonstration screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Leon Coretti, just one work of art in a box of Golden Gallery signature chocolates.
PBS documentaries. Start your free trial at Amazon Prime Video channels.
So the reason why I like to do this demonstration right here, this really dark scene, because there's no gray or white screen that can pick it up. Without color coding technology, you're not picking it up. Black silvers can pick up contrast because they're coded. So if that technology doesn't have a code in it, guess what? If it has our coding in it, it's not worth your time. That's why I can sit here, show you a jet black image when other screens will fade and wash out under this much contrast, and do that in a fully lit environment. You can't do this demonstration. If I made this a challenge right now, no one would match it. And not to be rude or disrespectful, but you know what? Officially, this will be a challenge now. Like I said, stuff that I do on a normal basis, it's a challenge to everybody else. This is not hobby. This is passion. This is what this is. That's why I can show you a screen that's producing a jet black image in a fully lit environment. It takes time, it takes dedication, it takes faith to do it. And you got people out there who have ultra short throw projectors that are far more advanced. My Lucky Charms, I had Lucky Charms this morning, that are far more advanced than my 720p $179 ultra short throw projector, and they still can't do this. Mind you, this technology, this blackout cloth was tested against 11 certified screens. How many screens have their screen paints been tested under? How many high performance screens? I'm not talking about picking out screens that's going to match your screen so it doesn't show much of a difference. I'm talking about randomly hitting your screen with 11 certified screens. They can't do that. Well, I'm not saying they can't. They can do it. It's just that they don't want to do it. They don't want to work hard for it. They don't. They don't want to take the time. They don't want to put the effort in. They don't. They want to cut corners. Dark environments, poor ambient lit environments, high power projectors. That's how they do their demonstrations. They don't want to put the time in. I can't say they can't do it. They can do it. They just don't want to do it. That's all to it. That's why it's the difference between my demonstrations and theirs. Imagine this room was much bigger, and I had the screen sitting against my wall. I want 120 inch would be nice. But if it's 120 inch, say COVID didn't exist, I can have my guests and friends come over here. We can all sit down here and lounge, have the windows open. I can have as many windows open up as I possibly want, and that screen still wouldn't fade. This is what you call turning a projection screen into a TV-like screen. Got the overheads are on too. So it's up to you at the end of the day. If you want to pay the money for an expensive, overpriced projector because your screen can't pick up the image correctly, or you want to sit in the dark all day. You. Just let you know, as long as I continue to praise his name and give him the credit, give him the glory, I'm gonna get better, way better than this. I can feel it and I know it. I gotta go to the bottom of that YouTube figure who's playing this music. Yeah. No matter how they try to slander and bring me down, I ain't going nowhere. God's gonna keep blessing me. More and more advanced ideas. Just wanna get better, 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 more advanced, more advanced. LG, snowstorm, snowboarding. LG, snowboarding. See, what they don't understand is, with this technology, I can produce white levels and contrast. So when it comes to the gray screens or whatever, like I said, the hobby screen paints, I can sit on your level. I can do your white levels, I can do your contrast, I can do white levels and colors, but I can also switch over to contrast levels, and that's the place you can't go. Ooh, I like this. And it's acoustic technology. And mind you, I just ordered Elite Screens acoustics. They're screens. The screens are white and silver. This is a black screen, which means I'm calling it right now. The screen's going to pull contrast, it's going to pull color. It's going to be to outmatch the acoustic screen. We're going to sound that pushes through. So when the acoustic sample shit gets here, we're going to put their acoustic sample screen against our technology here, which is our acoustic black. You don't have to sit in the dark. Because most people have a setup like this. The first thing I have to do is, you're definitely going to close those curtains behind you and turn out that overhead light, because that's too much light. But then you're going to get some of these lights right here and try to pepper them out through the environment to make it look like the area is well lit. So the background of the wall tells the whole story. Let's go with some, I like doing those dark demonstrations off the screen, especially when you have all this light, because these are colors that are supposed to fade really, really fast. Darker colors fade really, really fast. Usually when they do demonstrations like this, they'll stick to nice bright colors. The bright colors fade less. Like if I were to do, let me see, this is something really bright. Let's go with LG food demonstration. That's not going to do any good. My screen's black. It'd be different. They had a black screen, but that's not. They can't do black screens. I'll tell you why. The reason why some people can never, ever, ever, ever do a black screen, because they spent so much time slandering black technology instead of welcoming it. They can't do that one. They make them a hypocrite if they do one. That's like if I spent years slandering a Segway, right? And then you end up catching me on a Segway. There you go. And that's all from a 720p projector. Not a 1080p, not a 4K. This is why I can go out and buy myself a 720p of the ultra short throw projector, because I really don't need a 1080p. I gotta add some water to that fountain. It's driving me crazy. supposed to be quiet. Now, the first thing you're going to see fade out on a screen that can't pull contrast, that's the one we have coming in. I don't know. I got to get the proper name. I'm going to call it the Lux for right now, but until I get the proper name for it. I can tell you right from the now, I'm calling it. It's not going to pull contrast low. Contrast is going to completely fade out on the screen. It's not going to pull color correctly. It's going to pull white levels, definitely. That's definitely going to be a problem for it. It's going to definitely pull the white levels, but the color is not going to do well by it. And then we'll stick it downstairs on one of them, on that blue technology. You'll watch that blue turn to red, blue, green, different colors, and you'll watch that silver screen remain the same faded color. I call it. Looks like a TV. I got a lamp right there next to my screen. So let's put on an outer space Starfield demonstration. There's your challenge right there. Full Starfield demonstration in a fully lit environment. And I'm not talking about having the windows half where the blinds are here, no awnings at the top of here. And this is everybody. This is not just one particular individual. This is the exact same demonstration. Now you just watch me on that black screen behind me display snow, bright, beautiful images of snow. You watch me show a city of New York City skyline, nice dark image, nothing fade, no tannish around the screen. Now you're watching a Starfield demonstration pull off, and there's nothing but light coming through my windows. Overhead lights on, and there's the Starfield demonstration right there. I'm gonna go right to the side, and you'll see the same black image from here, here, and here without no tannish around the screen. Because some people feel that if you show up a demonstration of a screen, all this can be washed out, all that can be washed out, but as long as you got the image that you can see, that's considered to be ambient light projection. No, it's not. From corner to corner to corner, you should be able to see that image. See? These screens can bounce from a white level to a contrast level. So we can play in your backyard, you just can't play in ours. Right, the levels come up. Look at the commercials that play off the screen. And we can display contrast again and bright colors at the same time. This is why every time we requested the Starfield demonstration, it was never done. It can't be done. You have limits. When you have certain screens that don't have coding capabilities, you have limits. That means you can only use that screen in an environment that is going to be comfortable for the screen. There's too much ambient light in this environment for any other screen to pull up. If the screen can't pull up in that environment and they have to resort to a high-powered projector, then the projector is doing all the work. It's not the screen. If that's the case, you should be able to pull a Starfield demonstration on a projector of a high end and a projector of a low end. You should be able to do a swap out and still get the same exact screen. As like I said, we've done these on 1,000 lumen projectors outside at a Starfield demonstration. Let's come out of this right here. Ooh, that's beautiful. 10 hours of the aquarium. Did I have this one already? I think I do have this one already. How beautiful that looks on my screen. I'm gonna leave that on because I'm watching that for the night. Oh, and there's my angle gain right here from my window, coming from here, making contact with my computer screen, and there's my angle here. Boom, boom, boom. So much light we have in this environment right here. I've done this demonstration on projector swap out of 1,000 lumens, 1,500 lumens, 6,500 lumens, and 7,000 lumens. We went from a projector, I'm starting from a projector from 6,500 lumens here. We swapped it out for a 5,000 lumen projector here. We swapped it out for 43 here. We swapped it out for 1,500 here. And I have the 2,800 lumen projector here. We did the demonstration and 1,000 lumens, all on the same screen. Yeah. Same demonstration of watching it here. I can watch it here with no problem. 135 inch right there. Oh, I need a remote control here. I use my remote control. Look how beautiful that looks. And my projector sits back 18 feet. Oh, my fish. Still working on the theater room in there. Told you. I can walk in my house, fire all my projectors up. This screen right here, 126 inches blue, sits in a bay of windows. Majority of most screens I see do not sit in this much light. Oh, turtles. You see I watch a lot of fish videos. I love fish. There you go. And I have my screen at 126 inches sitting in a bay of windows with my overhead light on with no problem. I could literally make this a challenge right now by itself. I can get up in the morning. As a matter of fact, I'm going to do one this summer. I'm going to throw my GoPro on, which I'm buying. You're going to watch me get up out of my room, open up my curtains, show my screen in one room, go into the other room, show that screen off, go into the game room, show the screens off, go downstairs, fire this screen off. I'm going to walk past the battery-powered theater room. You're going to watch that screen display on. I'm going to go out back to my deck. You're going to watch my screen display out there. I'm going to go downstairs to the bottom. You can watch my 500-inch screen fire off in the backyard. As I said, at the end of the day, no one wants to spend an arm and a leg for a projector. And at the end of the day, no one wants to sit there and sit in the dark all day. And that's my projector for $59 that I paid for. So this is why you see why we have individuals like Mr. Gonzalez that basically, or Fernando, that basically had this kind of hatred for our company because, like I said, it's a threat. And it's not a threat to you because there is plenty of people, there's plenty of money to go around for you to have customers, there's plenty of money for me to make, but you are so bent and so jealous on what we do. And so are the other ones. And at the end of the day, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't hurt me. And I feel sorry for you. I do. And my table continues to say blessed. You don't take anything off my table, not one thing off my table. Lord provides everything I need. And he continues to bless me with the knowledge to be able to design amazing screens. And I will keep designing amazing screens. I will rise. You will fall. I mean, look at God's work. And a strike against me is a strike against him. Just think about that one. That's why you're in the position that you're in now. So like I said, seek two things. Seek an attorney, which you are going to need, and seek God. Got to make it together. I got to finish my train set. Train said chicka 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 choo choo. That's my train off. It's all set. Got my train. Now today I gotta go in here and I gotta flip the couch because I have to install my LED lights under the couch. But if those LED lights burnt down on me, I will not be doing that on camera because that's gonna be a lot of work. And what else I gotta do in here with some LED lights? I got some extra LED lights too. I don't know where I put those LED lights at. Oh yeah, I gotta do the movie posters. I gotta redo the LED lights for those. That has to be done. Yeah, I'm a happy man. And not, and the naysayers can't bring me down. Can't make me depressed. People see you for what they see you for. And the kind of people that see you for what you're doing is right, those are the kind of people we don't really care about. We don't pay them any mind. And they're not going to prosper in life. God does not reward the wicked. Oh, I like these. They have so much stuff on here to watch. I can watch this all day long. Literally, these nature shows I watch all day. Oh, the tropical birds.
What if I sleep hot? Or cold? Introducing the new Sleep Number 360 Smart Bed. Now temperature balancing, so you can sleep better together.
Can it help keep me asleep?
Absolutely. It senses your movements, automatically adjusts to keep you both comfortable. Proven quality sleep is life changing.
There you go. Stand all the way back here. I'm supposed to see that screen. No matter where I stand at, that screen's supposed to pull up. Let's put my train set here. Like I said, stuff we do on our normal demonstrations are challenges to them. Everybody, like I said, at the end of the day, nobody wants to be stuck in the dark. That's me cleaning up. I gotta sweep this whole hallway out today. Oh shoot. I did it again. I told you. I do this all the time. Everything's the same remote control. All right, we know where that one goes. That's downstairs. This one's upstairs. I do this all the time. Caught myself doing that. Like, no. 4K Birds, YouTube. Same demonstration we have downstairs, we can run it upstairs. Both windows open. Both 720p projectors. One's 180 bucks. The other one cost me, I got three of them running. Yeah, one downstairs for 59. This one right here cost me 179. And there's my other one right there, about 179. So I got three ultra short though projectors in here running through the house that cost me next to nothing. 720p. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with the projectors. It's the screen. The technology and screens just haven't caught up. So if someone goes out there and spends $3,000 for a projector, you still can't do what my screens can do with my projector. I got three of them that I paid for. And they're 720p's. And they look better than that screen. And I can do this in a fully lit environment. Come out of here. Make sure I put this one back so we don't lose that one. "4K Tropical Birds," YouTube. It's interesting how they try to make a mockery of the black technology, saying it was so dark you can't see the screen. Get in my demonstrations, they can't even see the screen when the lights are on. Well, actually, it's supposed to be fully on. Let me see what's going on here. Let's try. Look how bright the commercials are. Their skin tones. go back a little bit further than that. In fact, she has sleepy eyes. See that white level on that black technology? See how it's displaying multiple shades of white? Skin tone. All this requires white light. From her eyebrows, even the red around her eyes, the blue, all that requires white light. Without being able to produce white light, this would be so dark you wouldn't be able to see it. Just like if you take dark brown and you add white paint to it, it brightens it. You need a white level in there to make a lighter brown, to make a lighter red. All that requires a white level. Now it's interesting how I can show you this on a black screen, but all these other screens out here, they can't show you a contrast level. Show me a star field demonstration in a fully lit environment. Can't show it to me. But yet, I can play in your backyard, but you can't play in mine. That's interesting. So you're going to display the same thing that these other screen paints call themselves. They can produce bright colors. My screens can do that easily. And as you see, I'm walking around in my house, fully lit environment. Outer space, 4K relaxing. One video, like, here we go. You couldn't begin to pull that off. My projector is 5,000 lumens. You couldn't put off on a 5,000 projector because you can't see contrast. See, that's the thing. They can't pull a contrast level. Now, if I did the demonstrations with all bright images, I can show up that my technology can produce high bright white levels. But then they'll say, well, we can do the same thing. Well, can you follow that? Can you pull a contrast level, a dark black image from corner to corner without nothing faded on the screen? And can you do it in a fully lit environment? See, like I said, we can go in your backyard, you just can't come to mine. Relaxing outer space 4K demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube. Our world is divided, and to fix it, I must find the last dragon.
Can't do that. Can't pull up an outer space display. I'm not talking about the hobbyists. I'm talking about the high performance projection screens too. As in the Elites, the Dark Star 9s, the Black Diamonds. They can't do this. The only thing that a light gray screen or silver screen can pick up is just this and this a little bit. See all this? That screen automatically is going to turn tan. Now, when that sample sheet gets here, this is the environment it's going to have to go through. It's going to have to go through all these contrast demonstrations, bright colors, the whole 9 yards, everything. This is the environment we put our screens in. See all that window light? There's no protection in here. Screens get no mercy in here. This is how they're tested. This is how they can display their images with no problem, because these screens earn their labels. They don't sit in a dark environment, high-powered projectors, ambient light controlled environments. You've seen what kind of tests I put my screens. They're tested against higher and other high-performance projection screens. Now, this technology right here won against a DMP Supernova. It won against the Infinity. It won against the Blade. It won against the Dark Star 9. It won against the Seymour AV 1.3, Seymour AV Matinee Silver, Seymour AV Matinee Black 9.0. It went against the a widescreen Elite Screen, Cinema Gray 3D, Cinema Gray 5D. It went against the Dark Star 9. It passed with no problem whatsoever. And against daylight screens, it went against both of the screens. It went against the, if I say the Parallax, if I'm saying it correctly, the 08.0 and the pure silver version they have of it, which is 2.3 gain with no problem. So that screen coming in tomorrow, it's going to have to go against this thing right here and the rest of them in the house. Then it's going to have to go against that exotic technology, which has the ability to be able to change its color code at will, which means that screen can produce a green surface and change the blue, green, red, orange, yellow, any color that I put on that projector, and that screen will constantly change when every screen in the middle of it actually can't pick up the color when that screen can't. So as you can see, we don't cheat with the window light. There's no awnings. When you have an awning here, what happens is any light that comes in is going to be blocked by the awning, and I mean the light is going to be forced to be pushed down to the bottom area. We have no half shades. Shades don't come down to here. They're pulled. There's no shades at all. So we don't have half shades. Some people think because they have half shades and lights coming in, this is basically called ambient light. No, we want to see all of it, all the light coming in. I can take my monitor right here. I took my air conditioner out because there wasn't enough light coming through. I can take my monitor right here, drop it right down against my radiator. Not going to mess it up. And I can remove it so we have 10 times more light pushing in on my screen. That has a lamp right next to it. These are 17s. There you go. So we'll make this little part right here. This, matter of fact, the whole demonstration is a challenge. Produce a star field demonstration. Fully lit environment, 2 big windows behind you, light directly on the screen, and pull the image up from corner to corner without any fading whatsoever. And then take your camera and go to the side and pull that image up at a 190-degree view angle, corner to corner to corner, no fading on the screen. You see how much light that pours into the room? As I said before, this is not a hobby. This is a passion. When you have a passion for something, you put your all into it, and it shows. And I bet you at the bottom of this video, I'll give it one day for anybody, any company, or it could be Elite Screens, Black Diamond, any big company, any hobbyist to do the exact same demonstration and post your link below. But they're not going to do that. They're not going to do it. They're going to stick to nice, bright colors. That's what they're going to stick to. They're not going to do the demonstration. They can't do it. So I can walk from room to room to room. You can't do this. All the rooms have to be set up so there's very little ambient light rejection in the environment. Too much not light. I like the demonstration when people show a room completely dark, but they'll point down the hallway and says, look, there's ambient light down the hallway. That has nothing to do with the room you're in. That physical light in there has nothing to do with what's going on in here. So I can set my stand right here. See how the light makes contact right here? It's a 135-inch screen. So there's no way, there's very little area where this screen can escape light. I see a lot of your screens sitting and tucked away in little corners where it's dark around the edges. We don't do that here. That's where my screen sits at 126 inches and a bay of windows. Let me go grab my remote control because I carried the other one upstairs. Do, 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 do. Fish, YouTube. There you go. Blues can pull contrast levels. You know why? Because 15s have 100% code embedded into them. So that screen can see contrast. Your screen can't do that. And a blue is a very light screen. It's a light screen. It's not actually a dark blue, it's a light blue. It's about the same color almost as this my rug down here. And it can pull a contrast level. Something that your screens can't see because you don't have coding. You have everyday paint. That's why. This is where my technology comes from, my Lord and Savior. This is why I can do this. You got screens up there that cost $4,000 and $5,000 that don't even do demonstrations on this level. And at that, they're not using a $59 projector that they got off eBay. In order for them to do a demonstration close to this, they would have to spend thousands of dollars for a high-end projector that would pretty much have to make up for what the screen is going to be lacking and can't do. So when that sample sheet gets down here, it's going to sit against this screen also. And it's going to pull up an image and all this light. And it's going to have to pull that star field. When the Elite Screen's acoustics get here, they're going to go against the black screen upstairs. My customers don't have to spend thousands of dollars for projectors. They have to spend thousands of dollars for screens, and they can use the screens in a fully lit environment. I can back that up live. Just showed you demonstrations of a 180-inch screen sitting outside at 6:57 in the evening, and I'm watching Star Wars. I'm playing on my PlayStation system. You don't have to worry about waiting for the temperature, not the temperature, but for it to get darker outside. I wait till 8 to 9 o'clock to fire up a projector. 15s, as you've seen in their demonstrations, can fire up at 4:51 in the evening on 1,000 lumens, 13 feet back. Under the 15 exotics, they were designed within 20 minutes. They were designed. All tests were performed on the same day. Within the 20 minutes time span of a 15 being developed, and there's demonstrations to back it up, they were tested against 3 certified screens right from the door, live. Right there on camera. They were done with projector swap outs, distance throw, low lumens and high lumen projectors, and passed every single test. Even the outdoor test passed it at 4:51, not 6 o'clock like the 12s did, at 4:51. And for them, people are saying, oh, but that's impossible. You couldn't have made it in 20 minutes. We have demonstrations where we made 3 different screen paints by Exotic, which end at the same time line. Even if the technology was developed in a day, that screen beat 11 screen certified screens, which means these screens took anywhere from 6 years, maybe 3 years, maybe 4 years to develop when that technology was made, and under, let's say, if we be kind and say a day. So a day's technology that was developed, 3 or 4 of them within a day, had the ability to be able to outperform 11 certified screens that took them years to make. That's how amazing my Lord and Savior is. That's why a 15 is sitting here before you, and you're watching that screen being blue, displaying different forms of color, and doing this in a fully lit environment with a cheap projector that would cost my customers nothing. So to your naysayers out there, all I can say is I feel sorry for you. At the end of the day, you may mock my work, but you also mock God's work too. And I'm going to keep getting better, and I'm going to keep designing more incredible, amazing things and making it more affordable for my customers to afford. And you can continue on your little hate rallies because I don't care. And at the end of the day, God's got my back. With that being said, thank you all for your time. I got to go, and God bless.